for this week's edition of the IE Southeast News. I'm Nikki Fouch.
And I'm Ellie Morgan.
The library held a Little Knowledge Seduction Narratives on Wednesday, April 9th during lunch. Dr. Kelly Ryan presented Refashioning the Sexual Self, White Women's Seduction Narratives, 1780 to 1820.
The thing to start out with here is, of course, a consideration of what women were thought of. Prior to the revolution in America, women were really thought as kind of lewd and lascivious. That is, people who were kind of like not in control of their sexuality. The idea is, of course, that women just, if a man was interested in them, they wouldn't be able to control their desire for sex, right? That's the idea. So this is a different model from today, right? Today we're familiar with ideas about women as being kind of the stopgap to intercourse. But during this time period, women are not considered the stopgap. They're considered kind of easy. Before 1786 in Massachusetts, women were forced to go to the courtroom and confess if they had a child out of wedlock to the crime of fornication, that is, pre- or non-marital sex. What's interesting about these confessions of women, these criminal prosecutions of women for having sex, is that men are not culpable. Men do not have to go to the courtroom and confess that they were the partner in this crime. As we all know, it takes two to tango. Right? And what I found in these paternity hearings were women trying to claim that they were indeed not designing women, but were chaste and were duped by these artful seducers, these men who made promises of marriage and then reneged on them, these awful men.
How was a woman supposed to know whether this was going to lead to marriage or not, for sure?
Trust. I mean, you had to, just like today, you had to trust your sexual partner, right? I mean, you had to, you got comments elicited. Not all women engaged in sex before marriage. I mean, middle class, upper class women are going to wait. But just like today, you have to trust.
But essentially, women are condemned for making a bad bet.
Yeah.
And how were they supposed to know they were making a bad bet?
Judgment. Yeah, there's really, there isn't a scientific solution to this.
So
right?
They were supposed to have the judgment to know whether or not this was going to lead to marriage.
Right, just like today. Yeah, you have to make that decision for yourself. If you're going to engage in premarital sex, what are the consequences? What are the consequences?
It's a series that we started a couple of years ago because in the library we see across the disciplines what people are doing, what kind of research people are doing, and it's so much interesting research is going on in the various disciplines that we wanted to sort of have a showcase for that, not just faculty, but students also, and creative and research activities that they're doing, and make it accessible so that people from the community, students, staff, faculty, could enjoy and see the benefits of the research that these people are doing. It's monthly during the academic year, and we have just thoroughly enjoyed doing it, and there's just so much interesting to learn from these people who are doing that research that we've been doing it at noon in the same room for all of the sessions that we've had. Sometimes we have more people to attend, sometimes we have fewer, but it's very much worth doing, I think. We next year we're going to have students doing some readings, and we may have some performances actually by theater students. So we're interested in what students are doing too. So.
Last week in sports, baseball had a busy week with doubleheaders on March 26th, 29th, and 30th. Union University defeated baseball in both games on March 26th, 12-0 and 9-4.
Baseball then defeated Berea College on Saturday, March 29th, 4-3 and 7-4, and again on Sunday, 7-6. They tied their final game with Berea 1-1.
Some upcoming events next week include Women and Children in Advertising, a brown bag lunch event held by the Adult Student Center on Thursday, April 10th from 12:15 to 1:30. This event will be hosted by Dr. Sarah Hare, where she will talk about how women and children are used in the media to sell products.
The Adult Student Center is also giving out massages, coffee, and healthy snacks to prepare students for finals. Chris Robertson from Zion Massage Therapy will be rubbing down from 1 to 3:30 Monday through Thursday starting on April 14th.
Also next week is National Library Week, and for the past 2 years, as part of that week, the IUS Library has hosted an international poetry reading. This year it will be held on Wednesday, April 16th at 12:15. Everyone is invited to come listen to international students and faculty read poems in their native languages.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for us this week. Thanks for watching.